Finally, a language I understand.
So all the words that I don't understand, I will ask you.
Huh. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jyoti with
Shruti, what's up, Joe?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good.
Did we do the last Coke Studio one together? No, we didn't.
We did do one Coke Studio together. I don't know if it was the last one that we recorded, like as in you recorded.
I think I did Ji Jagga myself and Kya Kar.
Ji Jagga
Das Main Ki Pyar Vichon we did together. So,
yeah, correct.
2 songs
correct.
ago. Okay, so uske baad Das Main Ki, we felt a little ray of hope in this scenario. The next 2 tracks were amazing for me. They took it to another level. Kya Kar Kori Mol, the Kashmiri track, and then Gi Jagga. Sorry, not Ji Jagga. Gi Jagga Haki is like my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
lovely.
a Kannada song, and it's just, I love it.
I've heard bits of it, of course, on social media.
Yeah.
Like, on Instagram and all, whenever it's shared, like little bit I've heard, but I've not heard the whole song. But I'll hear it, I'll listen to it when I next get time.
Yeah, because Mr. Sanjeet Hegde has a new fan in me. He's beautiful.
Oh,
Lovely.
it.
So now they have dropped a Guju song.
Acha.
I love
Very
it.
cool.
Finally, a language I understand. So, Khalasi.
Khalasi.
Yeah.
So all the words that I don't understand, I will ask you.
Khalasi tells the tale of the limitless sailor who is set out to explore, who is set out to explore through the shores of Gujarat. The song speaks of his tenuous, adventurous voyage, his delightful experiences, and his enthusiasm with which he takes on life while he is sailing away. Nice. Headlining iconic music composer Achint, whose musical landscape tends to be inspired by the 70s. And aims to draw a narrative through his musical notes. He was joined by famous playback singer from Gujarat, Aditya, known for singing in several languages and producing numerous chart hits that were singles. I'm aware of his stuff. In addition to them, the song also boasts of Dhruv Vishwanath, India's premier solo percussive acoustic guitarist, who also happens to be a professional singer, songwriter, and producer. Join them on this musical voyage. What do I say?
Let's go for it.
Okay, producer Achint, composer Achint, vocalist Achint, and Aditya, lyricist Soumya Joshi. Okay, so there's chorus vocalist, additional music production parts, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, bass, drummer, synthesizer. Okay. Let's do it. I'm very excited. Coke Studio is making me very happy lately. 1, 2, 3, play.
Coke Studio Bharat. Subscribe now.
Let's see.
Godilo, tame godilo, tame godilo. Nathi je majama khali vavta tajama evo hadno pravasi godilo. Godilo, tame godilo, tame godilo. Nathi je majama khali vavta tajama evo hadno pravasi godilo. कांटे सी जा तू जा दरिए सी जा तू जा कांटे सी जा तू जा गोतिलो तमे गोतिलो कांटे सी जा तू जा दरिए सी जा तू जा कांटे सी जा तू जा गोतिलो तमे गोतिलो वेवा दो जा भैया रेवा दो जा सही है वेवा दो હવે રેવા દો હવે નથી જે મજામાં ખાલી વાવટા ધજામાં એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી ગોતીલો
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને
ગોતીલો તમે અરે કિનારા તો સ્થિર અને સલામત હોય, પણ માણસ એના માટે નથી સર્જાણો. અરે ખારવો ખલાસી તો ઈ કહેવાય કે જે ફણીધર નાગ જેવા દરિયાની સામે ઉતરે અને ઉતરવું પડે, કારણ કે કિનારે તો ખાલી પડે નાની નાની બગલીને, નાના એવા સપનાની રેત વાળી ડગલીને. તોફાનો તરાપ મારે હાલે સાવ આપી જાય તોય જેની હિંમત અને આમ નહીં આપે એવો ખારવો ખલાસી, એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી, એવો ખારવો ખલાસી, એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી. ગોતીલો 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 ગોતીલો
પોતાના જ દરિયામાં પોતાની જ ડૂબકીથી જાતનું અમૂલ મોતી લો.
એ મોતી જે મજામાં ખાલી વાવટા ધજામાં એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી. ગોતીલો
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? ઓકે ભૈયા. કોણ છે પ્રવાસી મને? હાય હાય હાય. કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? લઈ જા નૈયા. તમે ગોતીલો ગોતીલો. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? ઓકે ભૈયા. કોણ છે પ્રવાસી મને? હાય હાય હાય. કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? લઈ જા નૈયા. તમે ગોતીલો ગોતીલો. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? ઓકે ભૈયા. કોણ છે પ્રવાસી મને? હાય હાય હાય. કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? લઈ જા નૈયા. તમે ગોતીલો ગોતીલો. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને? ઓકે ભૈયા. કોણ છે પ્રવાસી મને? હાય હાય હાય.
મોતી જે મજામાં ખાલી વાવટા ધજામાં એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી. ગોતીલો એ ગોતીલો તમે ગોતીલો ગોતીલો.
All right. Yes. Oh, it was so playful and energetic. I'm like
Flawless.
filled with a lot of happiness.
Flawless. Yes.
Yes. It was so amazing. And I didn't expect that kind of enthu. You know, I
Yeah.
was thinking, ke, theek hai, jo bhi hoga, like, you know, but I wasn't expecting this. What happened?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I knew high
thought
energy
acha hoga.
hogi. I thought Dandiya Garba vibes will come. But like this was surpassing and
Haan.
elevating that whole vibe to another level.
And that slight Western element also, they kind of integrated that very nicely
Very
at the end.
nice.
Like, you know, within the voices and within the very nicely done. I'm very, very happy with it. I like how also with the speaker system, how, you know, it's such a no-no behind the mic and like
Yeah.
usually in like things.
It
And
doesn't.
how they used it so nicely
So
with the
nice.
whole presentation, you know. So
Yes.
I there were so many things which I really liked actually about the
Oh.
song. So which is and all the chorus. Everybody, the way they were playing off each other, the lead of the chorus, and the way they created that whole drama with it, with the
Yeah.
voices and that playful energy, fantastic,
That's
phenomenal.
what- so
Lovely.
flawless. Like they're all
Yeah.
singing together and constantly doing a back and forth and constantly kind of having a banterish kind of thing happening. Nobody, not a single one went off or like, you know, it was
Yeah.
flawlessly executed. Okay, listen,
Phenomenal.
my Guju side is feeling very proud now. I understand why people get very excited when they're, you know, like their state ka, their language. Ka.
Correct.
They're saying, not that I'm Gujarati, I'm not. Let me just clarify that. But like half my
Yeah.
family is there. So I kind of grew up there. Anyway, that's why I have a thing.
Right,
But no, please go. All your thoughts. Let's go. What did you think
So-
of the arrangement?
So initially,
Huh.
no, first I'll talk about the lyrics. So initially, I was trying to read, right? I understand Gujarati, but I don't understand all of it,
all of it.
right? The moment it started, I was like, Gobi lo, bech rahe. Like it was literally, and I was like,
No.
focus, do not like just get into the Gujarati zone and do not draw a parallel and, you know, with Hindi or with Punjabi or with any other language.
Huh.
Just stick to this and listen to it for it.
Yeah.
But immediately I was thinking of all those, you know, misheard lyrics ke jo funny memes start happening.
Haan,
I was
yeah.
immediately thinking of that.
Jose.
But yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And then I was kind of like, the more I was listening to it, it's not the kind of lyrics which we've not heard before. And I'm assuming that this also has its roots in, you know, the folk culture, like the original song, I'm sure comes from there, right?
Yeah.
But the spin that they have put on it, they could have spun it in, and we've heard so many variations of, you know, spins of different kind. This kind was a phenomenal one. Like, you know, and we've already identified the fact, and I think both of us have reiterated it too often, कि like, ये बहुत अच्छा गाना था, बहुत अच्छा था and everything.
Yeah.
Lekin, the way the lead singer, is that Aditya Gadhvi or is that Achint? I'm assuming Aditya Gadhvi, right?
Yeah.
So Aditya Gadhvi, the way he held the center stage,
Yeah.
it was almost like he wasn't just the lead vocalist, he was
He was
also
the
the
conductor.
center.
Mm.
Exactly. He
Of
was
the
like the
orchestra.
conductor
Yeah.
and the center stage for all different elements of the song. And he did it very like confidently, flawlessly, like you've been saying, and like very, very smoothly. like you looked at him and you're like, kuch gadbad ho bhi jayegi to ye sambhal lega. Like, he had that look about his face. So it was, and yet he looked like really young. So, it was almost like how much of talent is packed in like this entire team, which is coming. Do they perform usually together, or is this the first time that they just came together and were performing? But all in all, just as this song and its presentation, phenomenal. Voicing was really good. Music was really good. There were certain elements in the music when I felt like certain percussion instruments were being used, which weren't like proper instruments, but it was just like random percussion things happening but nothing that was, because dikhaya nahi, to pata nahi laga, but certain sounds and certain, you can figure out ke kya ho raha hoga piche. So that was like really nicely done. So overall, like the arrangement, the everyone coming together bit, everyone's separate voices, and yet all of them sounding like one team, and not everyone shining separately, but rather like together, right from music to lyrics to lead to chorus to everything just came together phenomenally.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I am just so happy that like finally they're living up to their name of Coke Studio Bharat, because
yes,
it's not just like it started. I'm not saying anything against anything, but it's just it was meant to explore all the different regions, and it was meant to explore all the different languages, and they're doing it, and it's being executed lovelily.
Yeah. When music makes Jojo lose sense of grammar, it's a good song.
Lovelily is happening. Okay, so because like it went from like we did the last one you and I did was Punjabi, of course, and then we went to Kashmir, and then we went to Karnataka, and now we are in Gujarat. It's just I'm just loving that it's all being covered. So beautiful. They're living up to the name. And now coming to this, like I said, like I thought Dandiya Garba vibes only, which is of course a misconception, because that's not all that Gujarati, folk music and culture is about. There's a lot more. And because I'm from Kutch, and I spent a few years of my childhood there, it is a very seafarer. Like there's a whole culture of people who've been sailors.
Such big ports there.
Yeah. So there's a whole thing happening, that's been happening for the longest time that hasn't kind of come to the mainstream forefront. So it's beautiful that they took that side of Gujarat and they went there,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like it deserves to be given that spotlight. So so that's one. And two, first of all, I just have to say that I loved what they were wearing. The minute I saw the mirror work on his jacket come back, I was like, I cannot tell you my obsession with mirror work, because I grew up in Kutch, like because of that, like I make shoes and I put mirror work on my shoes because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that craft. So that, and in fact, when I was one summer holiday at my grandparents, I even learned the mati ka kaam, which happens on the wall.
And then with
the mirror, I mean,
even
and
mirrors.
So I learned that, and I have made a few of them there in my house. But anyway, loved it. So I love that, because I used to go and like always buy those like mirror wale ghagras and jackets, and like I don't know why I get very like excited. So when I saw them all dressed like that, I was like, there's and I said this in the last couple of reactions also, they're touching upon like the regions with the styling as well, which is showing attention to detail, which I love. So kudos to the team for doing that. And another thing, the first line of the subtitles was in Gujarati. I loved that. So their attention to detail was visible in multiple ways through this video. And now coming to Aditya Gadhvi, oh my god, he is not just not just a Gujarati superstar. He's gonna like, obviously he's there. He can be a full mainstream all India thing. Just look at his confidence, and this, when like you and I keep saying, when someone is a seasoned player, it just shows, because they're not thinking. They're so the skill has been mastered, the craft is mastered. Now we just perform. Not even a moment's like hesitation or pause or anything. Dude, he rapped in this, like
I know, right?
He starts off with singing on the thing, and he ends with the loudspeaker thing. That itself is difficult to do. And then you are in the middle, you're conducting the entire thing with your back and forth with the backup vocalist, and with your second. By the way, Achint was amazing as well. I wonder if they're a duo and they do this together, like you were wondering. But beautifully executed. And then finally, I have to give it up to the backup vocalists. I mean, they were the spine of this entire body. They were the spinal cord. है ना?
Correct. Yes, 100%.
Complete,
Like without them, the energy, the everything, the
Everything.
oomph that they got together, man, like that
Yes.
made the song.
Yes, exactly. And what's even like the cherry on top is the message of the song. It is so beautifully philosophical and so like it's just a life lesson, and like it's like something a parent would teach their kid, right? Like,
Right.
you know, this is what life is, this is what a sailor does, this is what he's meant to do, this is why, you know,
Yeah.
these all those lines with all the philosophy wrapped in this beautiful, happy, joyful package. I loved
Correct.
it. It's not, it won't get boring, because if you want to teach your kids these things, it won't get boring. You know, you giving them a lecture, you like, you just play the song to them. So cool. They'll sing along, they'll learn the lines, and they will dance to it, and they will understand like things about life through it. I love it.
Correct.
So the lyricist, please shout out Soumya Joshi. Brilliant. Hai na?
Very nicely done. Yes. And you know, a very important thing you touched upon, which is like, you know, through music teaching life lessons. I think culturally speaking, all languages do that. You know, all folk songs will always have a message in them in which they're trying to teach, and they'll kind of weave it so nicely and in like such a simple and yet like such a, you know how still waters run deep wala feeling, like very simply they'll put across. But then the more you hear it, and at different age stage when you hear the same song, and you understand it differently. And that's like how you know, these folk songs managed that. It's phenomenal. So to keep that essence and yet to kind of modernize the lyrics a bit, and the way the whole thing has been put together, well done. I think that's a huge feat by itself, and you know, managed wonderfully. So lyrically, well done. I think all aspects, her aspect will be like, well done, this is so good, that's so good.
I'm telling you, flawless is the only word, because everything is just, this is how you marry folk with modern. This is how you casually flex all your skills on a song. I'm just saying, let's look at where all he went, and then look at what all, like, you know, the bit in the middle where he was like, what it's, I won't say, you can't call it rap, but it's a, what's like the folk version of rap, like where you're telling a story, like
I don't know. I know what you mean.
There's something it's called, right? Or is it? We'll have to think
not
about
really
it.
like it's called that.
Just speaking on the music.
What is that? Spoken word poetry hoti hai jaise. So with a lot of gusto, with a lot of like enthu, but you're not singing it, but like, you know, you are so it's more like spoken word poetry type delivery
on a beat.
On a beat.
Just call it rap. So
yes.
Whatever element that was, loved it, and big props to Achint as well. I think they should just be a duo and make songs like this, like make a whole album like this on your, you know,
maybe they have, and we just don't know about it. So if you guys know about it, tell us. Like, you know, we'd love to know.
And I'm just going to say their names: Isha, Mosam, Malka, Bansuri, and Dipali. Beautiful. Y'all killed it. Y'all just killed it.
Yes.
Okay, soul is very happy. So
and what beautiful names also. I was just listening to all the names you were. I'm like, wow, it's so nice.
Bansuri is my favorite. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, loved it, as you can tell. This is the essence of, you know, this like brand, I feel. So well done, Coke Studio Bharat. Kudos, and looking forward to more parts of India being covered. And I'm actually looking forward to more recommendations from you guys on Aditya, Gadhvi, and Achint's music. So let me know what else of theirs we should get to. DM me. Miss Bola is there on Instagram.
Thank you.
Whenever she is on Instagram, she's really there.
No, I'm there. But like,
she's lurking. She's
I lurk once a day for 5 minutes, and then I go away. And I send a bunch of memes to Jojo, and she's
that's true. The memeing and the ha. Like, that's how we stay.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. So, chalo, keep doing that. Keep sharing memes, and we'll see you soon. Live long and prosper.
નથી જે મજામાં ખાલી વાવટા ધજામાં એવો હાડનો પ્રવાસી ગોતી લો
એવો